Hello, welcome to the Sanders Kitchen. I'm Mike, and I'm glad you're here with me today. So just pause the video for a moment, go get you something to drink, kick back, and watch Pam and I cook up some fantastic stuffed bell peppers. You can use a million things to stuff bell peppers with, but what we're going to use is something that I learned many years ago when I was cooking on TV with Frank and Mary Claire on WWL, and it's called One Pot Cabbage Casserole. We have onion, bell pepper, celery, parsley, garlic. We have butter and olive oil and tomato sauce, tomato paste, some Rotel tomatoes. We have pound of beef, pound of ground pork, and we have some instant rice. We're going to use some Italian flavors, some Paul Prudhomme's pork. Can't get Frank Davis's pork anymore. God bless him. I wish we could, but we're going to use Paul Prudhomme's. So let's get started making this great recipe. All right, we're going to start off by putting in a few tablespoons of olive oil, along with about a half a stick of butter. And as soon as that is melted and nice and hot, we're going to start putting in our veggies. All right, we're putting in our onions, our bell pepper, celery. We're going to put in our garlic and maybe a couple of tablespoons of parsley. Now we're going to saute this in that awesome butter and olive oil for 5, 6, 7 minutes, whatever it takes to get it nice and soft. And then we'll start adding in the rest of the ingredients. Let me go ahead and add in a little salt, some pepper, and right now I'm going to add in a tablespoon of that pork seasoning, and this is some Italian blend. I love this stuff. And we'll mix it around. That's looking good. Well, you know, we're just going to give it a couple of more minutes. We're not in a big rush. We're cooking. So we're going to let it get nice and soft, and then we'll add in the rest of the ingredients. That's looking great. We do need to cook them a little bit more. It's time to put in the meat. So we have a pound of ground pork. Going to add that in. Pound of ground beef. So we're just going to keep chopping this and moving it around, and the veggies are going to continue to soften and cook nicely while the meat is browning up, and that's what we need to do. And it's going to take several minutes, so this is another step that may take 5, 10 minutes. You just stay with it. We're going to add in some Rotel tomatoes. We're going to add in about 16 ounces of tomato sauce. And a good, healthy portion of tomato paste. I would use it at least a half the can. And we're going to mix this together. At this point, we're going to let this simmer, and let's let it cook for a few more minutes. In the meantime, I already started cutting up the cabbage. This time, I'm going to cut it up a little bit more. I'm doing like a fine cut because I want the cabbage to mix in really well. So now that my cabbage is cut up like I like it, and my sauce is looking really good, I'm going to go ahead and take this cabbage and just transfer it over here and put it right in. And don't be afraid to put a little more seasoning in, because when you add all of these extra ingredients, there's no way a tablespoon of spice was enough. So we're going to add in some more. But after the cabbage cooks a little while and it gets nice and soft, then we're going to get the lid and we're going to cover it, and we're going to let it simmer for about 5 minutes. Let that cabbage cook down. Well, I think we're about ready for the next step, which is we're going to add in a cup and a half of instant rice. Pour all that in, mix it in. Now the rice is going to absorb all of those juices. So here we go. The rice is mixed in. I'm going to cut the fire off and I'm going to go on with the lid. And the rice is now going to absorb all of those wonderful liquids. So to prepare our bell peppers for stuffing, we're going to slice them right down the middle. And with a smaller paring knife, we're just going to cut out the part with the seeds. We're going to clean that out a little bit. And that's it. Now I'm going to go ahead and prepare all the rest of these, and we'll pull boil them for 10 minutes. And by that time, our stuffing will be ready. It's going to be great. You want a great little tip? Take some Paul Prudhomme's Vegetable Magic and sprinkle it on the inside of your pull-boiled bell peppers. And then you'll be ready to stuff. The stuffing is ready. You have to have 2 spoons to do this job. You have to have a spoon to taste it. Wow, that's good. And a spoon to stuff it is, you really want to stuff it as much as you can. We're going to go on with a little breadcrumb. And we're going to continue doing that to all these bell peppers. And we'll show you what they look like when we get finished. We loaded these bell peppers with breadcrumb and Parmesan cheese. They're ready to go in the oven, 350 degrees, 25-30 minutes. You'll see what they look like when they come out. Can you see these peppers? Wow, they're beautiful. But how do they taste? Let's take a look at that right now, because I can't wait another moment. With some nice creamy mashed potatoes. Good combo. Very good. I don't know why I like mashed potatoes with my cabbage casserole and the stuffed bell pepper, but I tell you what, it is delicious. I mean, I've had cabbage casserole many times, but this stuffed bell pepper with the cabbage casserole is so good. It's amazing. And, you know, we just threw it on top of some mashed potatoes, but you don't have to even have that. So try some bell peppers stuffed with cabbage casserole. You know, I think you'll really enjoy it. So if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so, and hit the notification bell. You'll really want to help us share us with your friends and your family. Pam and I want to thank you so much for subscribing and being a part of our Sanders Kitchen. We really appreciate you guys. Have a great week, and God bless you.